Hello and welcome to another episode of Menu Combat, the JRPG podcast for those who like to pause and customize their party. I'm your host, The Wolves Den, and we are here with a special guest who was actually here with us last time, which means that today is a special, special moment. Jeremiah, tell the people why you and I are recording today.
So throughout the years, you always because I'm not paying attention anymore. 'Cause I hate disappointment, and you always let me know there's a Nintendo Direct coming.
Yeah.
And I always say if it's not a genealogy of the Holy War remake or a new intelligent systems of Fire Emblem, and that's not engaged. I don't want Fire Emblem Warriors or Dynasty Warrior, whatever the hell it is. I want real JRPG, RPG squares. That's how I want my game, my Fire Emblem to go. And I don't care. And so I honestly didn't care about this new direct. And I'm minding my business. I'm writing this stuff, as you know. And you hit me up and tell me, I said, "Oh hell no, really?" We get on there and we have a new Fire Emblem. We have a real Fire Emblem. I don't know what that
We're not going to treat Engage as a stepchild,
I
man.
don't know what that other BS was with Engage, but hell no. And if it looks like I'm distracted, I'm not distracted. I'm building my Gundam deck. If anybody out there plays Gundam and want to get their ass beat, come up. I go crazy with Char. But anyway, we are here for don't come at me with that non-UC Gundam shit because I don't. It's only UC over here. As I play with Iron-Blooded Orphans, but but we're definitely here to talk about Fire Emblem. I almost said Fire Emblem Three Houses too, but Fire Emblem or Three
We'll get
Houses,
into that discussion. We're going to
Fire
get.
Emblem Fortunes Weave.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. I can't wait for it. Now I have a reason to buy a Switch 2. You, as Wolf knows, I was like, I'm not buying no Switch 2 because as a consumer, and since Bowser stepped down, and since I can't remember the former president,
You talking about Iwata.
Nintendo, they just
Iwata, Reggie
they
Fils-Aimé.
yeah, Reggie Bowser, right? And
It was Doug
then
Bowser. Before that is Reggie Fils-Aimé from Nintendo America. And then obviously it was Iwata who passed away before that. Yeah.
yeah, Water, yeah. And it seems like they don't care about. Yes, we're customers, and maybe this is a different pot, but yes, we're customers, but also they understand us as a loyal fan base. They understood us as loyal fan bases. They were there to make a profit. We know that, but also they took into consideration what we wanted. Um, and now it just seems like Nintendo is anti-consumer, anti-fan. And a lot of us, I hate to say it, a lot of us fans, Nintendo loyalists, or whatever you want to call us, we deal with the bullsh, the BS because we want to play the new Fire Emblem. We want to play the new Pokemon. We want to play the new Metroid, the new Fire Star Fox. You guys are never getting a Star Fox game. You guys never getting what is it, Mother? Was it Mother 2 or whatever?
Yeah,
Never
Mother
getting that.
3, Mother 3. Yeah. I mean,
Never, never getting
just there's a whole separate pod for us to do the unpacking, but I get your point. And I think more importantly, and this is more so about when I think about what this podcast represents, you and I are specific Nintendo fans. Like we like the well, I don't know how much you like the other stuff, but you and I we're RPG niggas. That's who we are. And when I think about that, there are really two IP, really one, but two IP that once that is shown, it changes the conversation and perspective of how we see the
I already
conversation.
know for me, it's Fire Emblem and it's Golden Sun.
That's
But
what
I
I'm saying.
know I'm never getting a Golden Sun
Yeah,
game.
we Camelot is done, but I think I know that those are the two for you. For me, it's Fire Emblem and Xenoblade. That's why it's like we come from that angle, and then obviously everything else kind of spirals from that. So like this is a monumental title release, and I think in many ways people don't want to treat it as such, but I'm glad that we get to treat it as such.
Because they're haters. They're haters that they're not getting Mother 3, and they're haters that they're not getting goddamn Star Fox. Like who's really playing Star Fox? You know what? I'm not gonna say that. That's
We're not,
wrong.
we're not, we're not
But
going to sit down here and slander the whole thing. But I think,
no, and I'm not gonna slander it because
yeah,
people are gonna look at
yeah.
me and say, "Who the hell is playing Golden Sun?" You're right. Or like, I want to play. This is a guilty pleasure, but you remember the Game Boy Color Mario Tennis
Yeah.
RPG? Oh my,
I mean, that's Camelot again.
yes, that's Camelot again. But like that Mario Tennis RPG was so short, but man, you could expand that out. Oh my God, that would be a
Um,
great.
on a total side note, I'm actually excited for FIFA because they showed a story mode. And so I'm curious what they're going to try to do in that story mode. But
Yeah.
we can come back to that. With that being said, we have the Fire Emblem trailer up. You and I are going to go over it. And then we have a bunch of different other small questions, but literally we're going to be replaying the trailer, talking to each other about what we notice. And it's a different podcast format than normally what we do, but Fire Emblem deserves this. And basically, as what I guess the best way I could put it, sometimes we don't talk about Fire Emblem as one of the NES RPG key like figures. We talk about Dragon Quest, we talk about Final Fantasy. Even if you want to talk about East over on the PC 98, like we talk about a pantheon of RPG that debuted in that 86 to 90 era, but we don't talk about Fire Emblem as if it is that. But it is as long
Well,
standing as it's in the group with those guys. And when we think about it, the fact that Fire Emblem is still here from the NES era as an RPG says a lot about the caliber and value that it has. We don't talk about it like that
I mean,
because we didn't get it until the GBA, right? Like we got it at 7.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like in the West, we probably don't talk about it like that
Yeah.
because of when we received it. But
Yeah.
like, well, when I tell you straight up, this is how I came into the Fire Emblem
Yeah.
family. Like, what's the name? Lynn. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yes, sir.
Uh, and and was that FE7?
FE7.
Yeah. So I remember stealing about $300 out of my dad's pocket. I don't know why he had money in his pocket like that. And I went to the GameStop right around the corner from our house. This is when we had moved from the south side over east part of Chicago to the north side. If you know anything about Chicago, we lived in this area called I can't remember. It was right before you get to Rogers Park, Edgewater. And it was a GameStop right by my house. And I took this money, so I bought me a Game Boy Advance Micro. And I'm looking on the counter, I'm looking on the wall. I'm like, what games out here? And I turned it around, I picked up this Fire Emblem, saw Lynn on the cover. I'm like, I guess. Um, and I've never played like a grid-based combat before. I think Final Fantasy Tactics
Tactics.
Advance came out before that,
I
maybe
think
not.
Tactics Advance is roughly the same year. I think they're both the same year. I don't know months wise, but yeah, same
Okay.
year.
And so I got FE7 and I'm playing the game in secret because I stole the money. Get it. I'm just going crazy with it, playing all throughout the night. I took the Game Boy to school. I'm in high school, I'm in the ninth grade, and I accidentally leave the Game Boy on the lunch table. And of course it was gone when I got back. And so I stole some more money and got another one. and and that was my introduction into Fire Emblem. Like ninth grade, no bullshit. That was my introduction into Fire Emblem, and I've loved it ever since. I didn't play the ones on GameCube. Was it
Path of Radiance.
Binding Path of Radiance? Um, but it was at that time where I was only playing the handheld version 'cause I felt like
Yeah.
Fire Emblem was a purely handheld game for me. And that was until Three Houses came out, where I enjoyed Three Houses more on the TV
Hmm.
than I did on my Switch. And it was probably because I was playing on my Pro controller and my Switch had drift at the
That's a
time.
fair point. That's a fair point.
But no, like I, Fire Emblem came out for me, and just like I don't remember any promo around it. And so when I got the game, I just got it, and I just loved it ever since. And when I would talk to people about Fire Emblem, they're like, "What the hell is that?" Until but then a lot more people started to know more about it when it
Yeah.
came out on like the home consoles and stuff like that. So, uh, hey man, that's me. That's my Fire Emblem love right there. It started out because I was a thief. I should have
I
that
mean,
should have been my class.
it's funny because I think that's not the same story, but the story starts with me with falling in love with Super Smash Bros. Melee, and I see two anime cats with swords, and I'm like, yo, these are the cool Nintendo characters. I was hyped about them, and I was hyped about the custom Robo guy. I was a Ray RX. Like when I used to read the trophies, I'm like, oh, I need to know who these cats are. And at that time, on my friend's PC, we would download a bunch of games, a bunch of NES or GBA. We'd split the laptop, not the laptop, the keyboard, in half, remap it so that he could be playing and I could be playing at the same time with two small screens. And we did Fire Emblem that way. I did not get to buy Fire Emblem for the GBA until I moved to the States, and then I got Sacred Stones, and that's
And that's funny because your story is similar. Well, I don't know about that PC mapping stuff. That's some real nerd stuff right there. But I didn't know about. Well, a lot of people found out about Fire Emblem because they played as Marth and Roy and stuff on the
yeah.
Smash Brothers. But I hated Smash Brothers growing up. I was like, this isn't real fighting games to me. Like, let's
It-
do the Street Fighter, let's do the
yeah,
Tekken, let's do the Dead or Alive 3, let's do the Mortal Kombat. Like, as I've gotten older, I've
yeah.
grown to appreciate, Smash Brothers. But
I mean,
I
that's
wasn't interested that way.
I mean, I'm which it's I didn't understand Smash until Melee. Before that, I was like you. I'm like, give me King of Fighters, give me Guilty Gear Asuka, give me something. What I don't know what this is. It's not until I really
A
spend time
real
with Smash.
firefighter because you're a real fighting game fighter because Guilty Gears is one of those ones that I just can never just
Yeah,
pick it up though.
yeah. But
I respect it.
so that's our origin story. I guess we've never, for all the Fire Emblem talk we've ever done, we've never really done that. But I guess to kind of and give context to our connection to the series, that's our background stories. With
And
that
I've
being,
never told you that. I've never.
that's what I say. I don't think we've ever shared the story back and forth as much as we've talked about it. And so
Yeah.
I think if you want to get a context of who we are as Fire Emblem fans, that's what it is. But now I'm going to pull up the trailer. Actually,
Good thing my dad doesn't care about anything that I talk about, whether it's my school, my work, or my game stuff, because he will be pissed.
so with we should be screen sharing. We should do that. And so we'll jump in, and that is funny with your pops.
Probably make it larger, like
Yeah,
just press the little square button down there, right under Mario. Yeah.
yeah. All right. Let us jump in. And for those who are listening audio only, let us know how this goes. We've never tried anything like this before, so if it doesn't work out perfectly, forgive us. And oh, man, when we look at this Coliseum,
Wait a minute, go back really quick because that building in the back looks pretty modern. I didn't catch that.
yeah, let's run that back. Let's run that back right around here. So you're
That's
saying,
modern in the background, or am I tripping? No, because I see like a temple right there. You should.
uh, yeah,
Yeah.
this doesn't look that much. You know what?
Okay.
Actually, it's funny that we do the Smash convo leading into this, because when you see this moment, right?
You see a new
This
Smash?
looks like what happened for Smash 4 where they announced Crom. I don't know if you remember Crom, not Crom, Lucina fighting. It was Lucina fighting Captain Falcon and they introduced Robin. And it's this level they've used. It's funny because I've always said they create these generic levels for Fire Emblem and never really a map. This looks like the first time where I'm like, oh, we're gonna see this map in Smash.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, also, I know people love Robin. I think Robin sucks. Only because his he don't his he, his fits are ass. But let's, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Can we do the people can people hear? Because I can't.
Bold warriors. So I'm going to ask the obvious question. The idea is that this guy is supposed to be the person who grants the wish, and he's going to be the person administering this tournament.
Is he a dragon?
That's the first question. If it's not a Fire Emblem game, if a dragon is not involved, is he a dragon or does he have a dragon bloodline like the green haired chick from Three Houses? I keep forgetting her name, the young girl.
Otis?
Not Sophis, because Sophis is
Oh, I know you're talking about. She was with the Church of Ceros,
yeah, yeah,
and the other guy who over her, who
yeah,
was
yeah,
like
yeah,
supposed to be her dad, but wasn't really her dad. That game
yeah,
was weird but great.
yeah.
But also just pay attention to the ears.
Yep.
You gotta pay attention to the ears.
Yep, that's a little different. I think one of the things I think about Fire Emblem is that they try to telegraph in their designs of characters if they're good or bad. This might be the first time where if he is quote unquote not good, there's nothing in the design that suggests that.
Like also, but we can let's look at the design. So I don't know what this little crest-like thing is on the middle in his
Right.
chest. It kind of gives me it, yeah, it's like that crest thing leads me to think about something. The crown, but it's the ears that's really throwing me out. But is this
Have
the guy?
we had
So
any elf characters in Fire Emblem? Am I crazy to say that this might be a quote unquote first?
I want no, it's not. Um, but I don't think he's an elf. But I know what those ears signifying, like fantasy and stuff like that. But like, I don't know if he's an elf. I'm not about to go out on the elf train. Yeah,
You know the elf trick. I'm just saying it's on the table. I do find it interesting for all the things that Fire Emblem has done. Shown different people, even shown monsters, but they've never really had, besides what's the name of the girl from Awakening? And I think they have one, like they have one or two classes that are monster-like, but we've never had like these folks are elves or these folks are what. You have the Manakeets, and I think the Talaga dogs.
they're like the monster class that would like turn into like the little beast, right? I
Yeah,
like that class, man.
yeah, I think that's class of dope. I mean, honestly, this might be a place for that to come back because we've not seen a monster class, right? I'm thinking about my Three Houses playthrough.
Was it in Fates the last time
It's
we
in
saw it?
Face. I think Face is the last time we saw it. So,
Fates had the best character designs. Terrible game, the best character.
fantastic game, but I get
Oh
you.
my God, we gotta go through the Fates character design. We gotta
We
have
don't.
our next combo got to be top 10 Final Fantasy character. I mean, Final
Our
Fire Emblem Fantasy design, character design.
character designs. I'm down for that. I'm down
Fates
for
is gonna have 6 of them.
I mean, okay. You need to let me know based after we finish this trailer. Will any of these qualify for your list? That's my question to consider. We'll
The
continue.
one the one who looks like who I believe is the Death Knight in Mercedes
Yes.
relative. He got that. What the kids say?
Aura.
Or I don't like saying it. He got that glow.
He
You
got the
know,
glow. Okay.
like the Last Dragon.
Yes. All right. Let's continue.
Draw now upon your strength.
So this guy right here,
Yeah.
Kai, I think this is his name,
Yes.
Kai, whatever. I was reading on Reddit, on the Fire Emblem Reddit. I know I'm that guy. Some people are thinking that they wouldn't be surprised if he is related to Claude in some type of way. If we're
Okay.
still thinking this is in the same universe as Three Houses, and I can see it a little bit, but I don't think he's as black.
I don't think he's as black. I think it's interesting because I've been trying to figure out in the realm of Black Fire Emblem characters, like it's dope that we have what I think we're both going to agree that this is four different characters, four different storylines.
Yeah, because of how they spotlighted them.
Yeah.
And so then that makes me think of the question too, are we gonna have like that R character? I really want to
Okay,
have that.
so that is one of the big questions I was debating. Do you think we'll have an avatar?
Yeah,
I There's a chance, but
I
I'm
can do
not.
without an Avatar. To be honest with you,
I can do it. I'm with you. I can do without it for a game, right? Like I I think the most telling thing is that later in this trailer they have Kai running around himself where it normally would have been the Avatar character.
yeah. Like I can do without the Avatar though. I'm I get it. I like Byleth,
Yeah,
but and I know what Avatar. They're like the silent protagonist, but
yeah,
Byleth talked.
yep. But I love
And
talks. I
his,
look. I love.
I love Byleth. I used him to marry Edelgard. It's just that the great Edelgard top one character design because Edelgard can do no wrong. Um, Even when she's committing genocide. I'm not a genocide support. Hey, let's keep going.
Yeah, let's keep this.
Oh my God, man.
I'm
You
just
crank
gonna say we have come a long way from where we were in Awakening, where we had Basilio and Flavia as basically two black recruits that really had nothing to do with the plot. I'm just glad that we have moved on. We are at least we have some black characters more integral to the story.
yeah.
I wish he had a little bit more melanin, but I'm gonna take the hair.
Hey man, we Claude, man, when Claude popped on, Claude just had everything. Claude was just
Yes.
man, Three Houses had the three best protagonists that you could have, man. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
mean, it don't got Hector, man. I'm just gonna say very easily.
I could have did without Lynn. Oh my God.
Lynn is great, but Hector's the guy. Hector's the one. But let's head back in. Let's head back in.
Hold fast to the devotion in your beating hearts.
Uh-oh.
Hear
There
the
we go. A
So
crest weapon.
we now have all four characters that they've at least been letting us see as the main character. Now
And
I'm going
we
to.
have crest.
Oh, go for it.
No, you missed the crest weapon right
Yes.
there.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we could go straight back to. Let's go back to the crescent weapon.
So let's go back. So I want to look up something really quick. I can't remember. I haven't
Yeah.
played Three Houses in a while. Um, all of the crest weapons, because that looks like something I can't remember the name of it. Um, but yeah, that definitely is
Yes.
one of those. So that's what led people to think that all right, this is automatically in the Three Houses
How's it?
universe.
It has to be. Now, have we seen this exact crescent weapon? Because I don't know if we've seen this exact one. Or I mean relic. Relic.
Oh yeah, relic, sacred relic or sacred weapon or whatever. Well, we know it's not the sword of Ceros.
No.
Um, but maybe because we don't see it all the way out yet.
No, not
I
yet.
But I really do think it could be, and I haven't heard anything, so I may be wrong. But I'm looking at some of the. Wait a minute, hold on. Could that be? That's the one I was thinking about, Blood Gang. But what house did that come from? But
Okay.
it doesn't have like the handle on it, so it probably isn't Blood Gang. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong.
And
Uh,
this, I think, is something that only is explained in the Claude route, which I haven't done. The relics are essentially dead folks in the original war, right? Am I remembering
yeah,
that
it's
correct?
like what was the name of that species of like things that Ceros and them came from? But basically it was like the gods or whatever, like bones
Okay.
and stuff like that. That's what it was.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, those are like living pieces in a way, and
Right.
that's how they're so powerful because they're imbued with their like powers and spirits and stuff like that.
I
I
mean,
said them.
sometimes I think about that. I was like, that's such a cool way to also justify being able to refill them. Like,
Actually, I ain't gonna lie to you, when I first found that concept, and this may sound weird and stupid, I was kind of grossed out. I was like,
that's fair.
"Hey, that's nasty."
I mean, I mean, depending on what they do, there's even a way to make that feel more gross
Because
if
they
you
move
wanted to.
too,
Yep.
and I'm like, "Yo, yeah." It gives me one of those feelings because they move. Um, it's just, but I think that's the beauty of it too. Is like that's what makes them so cool in a way. What
Yes.
was your favorite one, by the way?
I honestly just mainly used the one that Byleth had. I got the other ones, but I was so in that game, I was so like resource avoidant
Oh
that
my
I,
God.
yeah. I mean, we've talked about why I'm resource avoidant a little bit. I'm thinking maybe I've part because Felix has one too, right? Am I
Yeah.
right?
A lot those are heirlooms from the houses, so
Yeah.
all the royal families and stuff have them. Claude has
Yeah.
the I forgot the name of it, blowing arrow. I said the blowing arrow, the bow and arrow.
Right.
But we keep going.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Hear me now as I declare that the heroic games have begun.
So this theme right here is definitely
Yeah.
giving me Roman,
Yes.
gladiator like games. And so this is where we go into the territory of is, and because we did this a while ago in our and last week actually, maybe last week or the week before, um, in our conversation about if this is a prequel or a sequel,
Yes.
or is this on a different continent, or is this in because we put up the map of the three houses universe and all the continents and
Right.
lands surrounding Poland. Maybe this is where Claude is from.
Right.
Uh,
There's another continent where we heard with desert area, which started giving us this vibe as well too.
there's a continent above Poland that I know this isn't on because
Right.
that's a
Because
colder climate.
yes.
Uh, but that but there's somebody there's one guy that looks like he's related to the Death Knight and Mercedes. So maybe he's an ancestor.
Right.
Maybe he's in the future because whatever.
Right.
Or it could take place. So I don't think this is Poland though.
I think they're gonna do the wise thing, that this is gonna be another Sophist story that
Yeah.
connects, but it'd be a totally different time period and a totally different location. I think
Or
that's the wise choice.
or I was thinking like maybe this is a place that worships Sothis a different way than what they do in Poland.
Oh, no, that's
Because like it makes me think about religion. It makes me think about the different denominations in Christianity.
right,
Um, different people when they think about Islam, they only think about Sunni and Shias, but there's multiple denominations. I won't call them
right.
sect or something like that. So I was thinking about maybe this is a different way of how people
Ooh.
worship. So
Yeah, because maybe she's the one who actually gives out the actual fortune, the actual wish.
yeah.
There's something. One of the things that came to my mind thinking about Greco-Roman, and I'm thinking about when we went to Fates, and you and I talked about how what was cool about Fates is that that's the first time where they tried to do the European stuff that they'd always been doing, and then tried to do some more traditional Japanese classes.
That's when they really update. Oh my God.
So what I want you to
What's my
this
favorite guy? What's my favorite guy's name? With
Ryomo.
oh my God, his sword. Oh, man, sucks. But but man, they gotta go back to face and do it over. They gotta do it right.
I mean,
The play.
there's a world where they remake Fates in another 10 years and they do it justice. I do believe that. I think
Don't change the play style because that the play.
no, yeah, we're going to talk about the place. But the reason why I bring up Fates is that Fates was an opportunity by doing a new setting. They made some new classes. They had a new type of mage that used spirit magic. They had the ninja class, and I've been wondering if we're going to go Greco-Roman. And they tried to do a little bit of three houses in introducing new classes. What are classes based on more of a Greco-Roman concept that they could introduce?
I mean, but like, so when you think about like a gladiator, that's more like a brute brawler, and we kind of already got that.
Yeah.
Um, Tamer, we already got like a tamer. Or the dragon tamer.
Right,
Uh,
we're gonna see the other woman protagonist be a tamer as her blaze art. So yep, that'll be another one.
yeah. So I mean,
I've been trying to figure out what could they would do with chariots, right? Like
yeah, cause that could be a different type of class, and like
yes,
if they go through like the whole army type of thing, now chariots can be a really great addition, but like how would that work with the weapon wheel? Because
Yep.
chariots, you'll probably be on an arrow, where
Yep.
you're probably using a bow and arrow,
It could
or
be, yeah, it could be a traveling basilisk
yeah.
using the chariots.
You remember, like, you used to be able to rescue units
Yep.
and stuff like that. No, I think also later and I won't spoil it, but later in the trailer, we're gonna see some new weapons that could probably lead to
Yes,
like
yes,
what
yes.
types of classes and things we might see. Even though she looked like she was more of a magic user.
Honestly, I will say, you remember in Face where you use the dragon's vein to like trigger elements on a map? I
Yes.
think if there's ever a time to kind of reconsider that, is that in these environments, being able to trigger different traps, trigger different things like that to change the environment would address some of the issues that I think we sometimes have in Three Houses as more plain maps. And I think it
Yeah.
speak true to a Greco-Roman style of army fighting.
Yeah. So like how in the beginning of Three Houses they had that like the house like little tournaments or whatever.
Yes, yes.
Um
Where you do
lines
the
and
three-way battles.
and so I think we'll see that more so in
Yes,
Gladys.
have to.
Because then there's so many things you could do. A water, there were sea battles in Gladiator,
Yep,
in games that I just now found out about. There may be something dealing with slower terrain like sand
yep,
or different type of animals that may be going into the world. Because we had the beast in Three Houses, but maybe they may have like real actual lions. Like how are you dealing with
yep,
that?
yes.
No, so I think, but are all these battles just going to be confined to the Coliseum,
This
or
is so I don't know.
and
That's
I
the
will,
only question I think this game has to figure out. Are they going to really limit it to this Coliseum? If you're going to take my guess, because
and
I
is there
think,
a time skip?
say that again.
I'm sorry, and is there a time skip?
Yes, okay. There has to be a time skip. I'm just going to call that now. There has to be one. I think what we're going to do, and this is my bet. I do not think there are four different stories.
Hmm.
I think, as the title suggests, Fortunes Weave, is that you will play a segment which each of these in a sequential order, and similar to, you remember how in Sacred Stones you can either take one route or the other. Instead of taking one route or the other, you do some multiple different paths, and then you come together as a full cast at the end.
Yeah, that's kind of like what game did we? That game sucks too. Octopath Traveler.
Yep, Octopath is one. I was thinking more.
Octopath sucks, by the way.
Look, that's his belief. I don't have thoughts yet.
It looks beautiful, but it stinks. It's smelly.
I'm just thinking something like Dragon Quest IV, which is done the same way, where they tell a story, tell a story, tell a story, tell a story, bring the cast together, and I think that
The
would
stories
that
in
would be
Dragon Quest.
interesting. Say that again?
Tell us, Dragon Quest has a story.
Yeah, because you played three, which has less of a story. Four has a story. Five has the best story in video games ever. So yeah,
Man, I still got to send you that copy because I'm
yes,
not.
you did not get jiggy.
I still got to send it to you. That was, oh my God, it's beautiful, man. Like, but I guess I'm at the age where games can't just be beautiful.
You need
They
the
got,
story.
I need lore too. That's why I
Yeah.
need another triangle strategy.
Yeah. Oh man, we need that. We need that.
All right,
Already?
let's. The character model, the what they call those
Like,
NPC, good.
yeah, the NPCs look good. The music is incredible. Like this, Fire Emblem has not been bad music wise. Like I've been replaying Sacred Stones, and the music is just incredible. Like we do not always highlight how fantastic the series is for music, and I'm excited because I think they're doing unique percussion. They're doing unique sounds here for the franchise, and so I'm excited what they do. I'm looking forward to what their vocal theme will be.
No, the music. I think Fire Emblem music has always been good,
Yeah.
and it's making me go off topic a little bit because now I'm thinking about what has been my favorite music in and like at least in the GB GBA GBC era, and I'm still thinking about Pokemon trading card game has the best game.
That's fair.
So especially when the situation gets real tense. But
Yeah.
um, but this plot right here, so it seems like Kai and this character, they're overlooking something that's overlooking the Coliseum, or
Yep.
the Coliseum is behind them. But just look at this though. I don't know if this is game engine or if this is just like cutscene like, but this looks beautiful.
Yeah, no,
This looks
this is the kind of like Fire Emblem had been building up to this point where it's this beautiful graphically. Because I still think Three Houses looks good, but it's not. It's
dragging with it, but
but
it's like
but Engage does look better, and I think this looks better than Engage. Just like the visual fidelity. So I'm hyped in that sense. All right, let's continue.
that looks so good.
This so
This looks more alive than Three Houses.
yes, it looks more alive,
I
and
haven't played Engage, so I don't know what they're, you
yeah,
know,
they're from what I've gathered, Engage has something like this, but the thing that I want them to pull from Engage going forward is the conversation on maps.
hmm.
That's where in general, that's something I want for Fire Emblem. Like when you finish a map, being able to talk in the map, discuss in the map. But I don't think that's going to be appropriate here. But this
And,
looks good.
and one thing I will say about Engage, people will say like, and this is the thing, when a Fire Emblem sucks, the one thing that people can always hinge on is that the gameplay is amazing. So like I've heard that Engage
Yeah.
sucks. I looked at Engage and like that looks like it sucks, but the gameplay is amazing. I hear. Same thing with Face, man. Face is a bad story, but man, it is amazing gameplay.
Yes.
Um, so it like Fire Emblem, and then people, I love Three Houses gameplay. People felt like it was too arcadey. I'm like, it's a fucking fantasy game. But
I do think Three Houses gameplay gets undersold a little bit sometimes. I do think the other ones are better, but I think sometimes when we do the discussion, I feel like they're not really highlighting some of the stuff that I think it brought to the table. And I think we'll see that here with when we talk about Gambits and Blaze Arts. I think they're continuing to build that.
Fight so I can save my father's life.
uh-oh. Well, you know his father's
Yes.
about to die.
Look at this, man. So we have
So his
a go ahead.
this class already doesn't make me want to play him though.
You know,
I don't like wire and flying beast classes because
I'm, I'm
all it takes is
almost I'm almost wondering if we won't have a Pegasus class. Because I'm like, oh, are they gonna just do different mounts the whole time?
I hate Pegasus Knights. I just they're cool, but they're so you need to. It's like you know how in Pokemon you have to use like EXP share for like
Yeah.
some, and they just give me EXP share, and I don't have time. Like, you better get this. My Paladin is going to need this. Seth is going to need to run through stuff, and you got to hurry up and just grow up. I
You
hate.
just got. So
Oh
when
my!
we look here, we see a couple of cool things. A, we now see that this is the charioteer, so that is a different kind of knight. As we said, this guy's holding a bow, similar to what we expected. So it's like a moving basilisk.
And it looks good, bro. Like
It's oh
even just
yes,
from the avatar, like I can imagine like like a non-generic character. That oh my god, that helmet looks beautiful.
fire.
Like that helmet, Thundercloud Knight. Maybe that's like the area they're at.
Maybe
But
the area they're at, or maybe the name of the team.
yeah, but that man, that looks beautiful, man. Oh my god, that is beautiful.
Yeah.
Charioteer, that I'm thinking about where it would be useful and not useful. Like if they're like mountain like or rocky stages, you don't run a regular
Yes.
charioteer there. So can they dismount, or will you just not bring them to
Ooh,
that
that's
state?
a good. That's a good take because they could do what they did to Great Knights in Sacred Stones, where in the desert those they can't do anything.
Yeah,
That's a good call. I like that.
that would be okay for like if you playing on a harder difficulty. Like I play on like the harder difficulty. And my strategy is not I'm never a rusher. I'm always I send a unit out and have them get chased in, and then I encircle the enemy units. That's how I get through those stages, playing more so defensive. And since it like if he's not able or if that character is not able to move or class isn't able to move in certain terrains, he's fine. They're fine if I can just keep them stationary, bring the enemies to them.
Right.
I can wipe them out. So
Yep.
it just depends on what's going to happen in the game.
Yep. Yep. And then his class, Kai's class, is Flying Orneus Rider. So excited to see unique mounts. Maybe he's like a Pegasus Knight. Maybe he's not. We will see.
I don't fuck with Pegasus Knights, man.
But and then we have this person.
She looks cool.
Is a great strength. And
She
until
looks like she comes from like a.
Say that again.
She just looks cool, man. It's
Yeah.
something about.
This is one of the best designs.
to uphold the faith I hold dear. Above all.
And then here we have this is
She
what
looks
you're
like
like, oh, we have a lot going on. We have attack, blaze arts, combat arts,
Items.
gambits, items, and then interestingly, I'm curious if everyone else has storage or if it's just the main character. And then we're about to see. Oh, go
Yeah,
for it.
yeah, right now that is just the main character.
Yeah,
So maybe not.
maybe not. And then it doesn't look like she can rescue. So at least not.
She's not in an area to rescue anybody
Yeah, that's
yet.
what I was about to say. And then what else? I don't see anything else here.
Look at this move though. If attack hits, inflicts immobilize the foes, disturbing strike. That looks like I like that effect though.
I do. Interesting enough, and maybe we just she'd have to select it properly. You know that certain gambits have like different orientations, like sometimes a diamond, sometimes it's up and then three squares. We're not
Yeah,
seeing that here, but it might just be we need to see it. But yeah, what is her name? Her name is Theodora, the
I like
noble
the name.
class.
I like the name.
Yes.
Well, also, we need to pay attention to the names though. Like, are these names like? Cause you remember in Face when it had the more like Shogunite, Shogunate era Japan, they had those like cultural significant names, culturally
Right.
significant names. Like it's Theodore. Like I have to look up the etymology of the name because
Yep.
I'm like that. Like, is that something that is specifically in that Greco-Roman time period? I'm about
Yep.
to look it up now actually while you keep going.
Yeah, and then it's interesting that she's a noble. I don't think we've had something that's called a noble class exactly. I guess what
Well,
do they what
th-
do they
th-
call Erica and Ephraim? Like, is it just are they nobles? Is that what they call them?
there's a noble class in Fire Emblem, but also I think this also is so Theodora is Greek.
Yeah,
It
okay.
origins directly Greek. Um, so that tells us a lot. Kai, the guy who people
Yep.
saying blue hair, that is Welsh tradition as a variant of the Roman name Caius.
Okay.
So, but also it is linked to Arthurian knight Sir Kay. So yeah, man, these names are. I think it's fitting the theme. I
Yes.
think it's really fitting the theme, so that works.
Yes. All right. Does this look like it's inside the Colosseum? This looks a little
It
different.
seems like it's out in the wild.
All right. So that might answer our question, man. We at least get some fights outside in the wild.
Okay.
I need this
Okay, so it does show her being able to target all three if you're a Gambit.
strength enough.
Okay, and then she just told us that she's a queen, so that helps.
But she looks like a queen from like a house that's really more
Yes.
like a nomadic tribal house or something like that.
Yes, and then here is the first time we're seeing someone use blaze arts. This is Dietrich.
Yeah, Dietrich. Let me look up his name, version 2, because this is the one I'm excited about. Because
Yes.
he got that broody, what's the guy from what's that?
Alucard
Yeah,
from
Alucard.
Castlevania. Yep.
Dietrich name origin. It's from Germanic origin, means ruler of the people or folk ruler. So
Okay.
so that's the question now. So now we're seeing Welsh, we're
Yes.
seeing Greek Roman,
Yeah.
Greco-Roman, and now we're seeing like Germanic. So maybe this is not just confined to the Colosseum because these are dealing with multiple
Right.
cultures. And
Okay.
so remember during this time. when Rome was at its peak, they were dealing with invasions from the north,
Right.
the Brits, the Saxons, and the Germans, the savages at that time. So maybe it's something like that. I could be
Okay.
wrong. I could be really
That's a
wrong,
cool
but maybe it's something like that.
that's a cool angle. That I think he's definitely poised to be the the kind of like he's a protagonist, but he has antagonist energy in terms of the way that he wants to do things.
Yeah,
What's cool here is with his blazing arts, they cost HP, right? Like, what is it? Blazing arts cost HP, combat arts cost the weapon durability. And so that's a cool idea. This is actually feels like it's coming from a little bit of how magic works in Shadows of Valentia, where in order to do magic, you have to use your HP. This is a cool take. It is interesting that he could like warp between spaces and warp across the map in ways that only like a flyer used to be able to do.
bro, he's already my favorite. I'm just gonna call it what it is. It's nothing's stopping him. Like
What?
this, this dude got it. He's this version. He's this is about to be my Fire Emblem Char right here. You know how much I love Char, but this is about to be this dude is that one. He got that he got aura, man.
That is too funny. So now he he can teleport, he can do that. What's interesting, if you look at the bottom, it says Blaze +1. And I think that fills up the little gauge that's next to his name. And so I'm curious what does that mean? What happens if you fill a gauge? Is it that you can't fill the gauge and something happens? What like I think that's what the next trailer is going to highlight. Because if you do after he does this, you will see that little part next to his icon go up.
Yeah,
Look at that. You see, it went up one in the
yeah.
purple. So
But also when I guess when I asked the question, I'm like, is that how many squares is he able to teleport in what direction?
it
Because that
looks
looks
like
like three.
yeah, it looked like it was just three. Let's pull it back
And then
to
he's able to do that over terrain too.
yeah, that's what makes this cool. And so, where is it? Let's pull right here. So yeah, you can see range 1 to 3.
Okay, yeah.
So, do you think any of the Blaze arts will have anything to do with combat, or will they all be ways to like augment your class?
I think it depends on the class or type of like character you are, well,
Right.
class. But maybe the nobles have different effects than like
Right.
I hate to say commoners, but characters who don't come from like a royal house lineage or
Right.
something like that.
There's that, and then also interestingly, they have weather. If you look all the way down to the bottom, which I've heard is what they've done in like either Thracia 776 or Genealogy. I don't know. I haven't played those, so you have to let me know the weather from those games.
No. And like so we had weather effects, right?
Right,
And storms and
right,
stuff like that. And what was that, three houses and other
right,
ones? But, no, this is I wonder what the weather effects are. 'Cause, you know, like when you playing 2K or Madden or whatever, weather effects, you know, ball slippery,
right.
muddy, gonna run the ball more instead of throwing. Weather effects and I'm thinking about other games like Pokemon. I know you loved it in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
Yeah,
Different type of Pokemon are going to come out. Um,
yeah. I wonder
yeah,
which characters can move fast and which ones can't. Like, is that going to be kind of where this
this
goes?
will hurt the Chariot class
Yep. Thinking back to what we talked about.
because it's muddier. You know, and
Exactly.
like this is also look at this map. I wouldn't bring him out on. Sorry about that. That's my neighbor. I wouldn't bring him out during this because look at this rocky terrain. Then you got to go around and
Yep.
like right. You see these ruins right here? Yeah,
Yeah. Ready?
yeah.
Must covet this blade.
There's a
Okay, so now we're looking at the final character, final main character.
much that simply killing him will not satisfy me.
She looks like
So
a dancer.
her,
Is she a
go ahead.
dancer?
Yep, she's a dancer. I mean, I don't know if you caught that. Her blazing arts, if we pull it back up, right here, she can summon like beasts, summon demonic beast here. So that's really cool.
I
And
wonder if the Song of Passion is like a
yeah,
healing move. And then I wonder, where's this Song of Abjuring? What does that even mean? Let me look that.
yeah. I mean, Songs of Madness might put somebody into a rage, and then Song of Ice Water. Maybe there's gonna be a lot more status effects. Maybe this is kind of the angle that they'll do it.
So abjure means to formally and solemnly renounce, reject, or give up something, such as a belief, right, or allegiance. Huh.
Okay.
It's
Not sure what
interesting.
that means in this context, but that's interesting.
I don't, because Songs of Beast, it says that you summon a demonic beast. Songs of Madness, like you said. Song of Passion, maybe it will drive someone of the opposite sex,
Right.
unable to attack you.
Yep.
Song of Ice Water, and kind of like a ice type move. But Song of Endurance, like, are you removing an item from them or
Right.
what? Hmm.
And so, and we see, oh, interesting. Do you realize her blaze art is at max?
Yeah, it's +4. Then the range is like self.
Yeah, but I'm also looking the corner, the red.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this is interesting. And she,
HP cost for the Songs of Beast is nuts though.
yes, it is wild. But,
'Cause look at HP is 34. And
but I mean, as we look at it now, her summoning a beast is cool.
but how many
Being able
beasts?
to control those stuff from Fire Emblem Three Houses, I think is fire.
How many beasts can she summon at a time?
One. And she can only do it once per map, if you caught that.
And this is her specific demonic beast,
Yes,
like her Pokemon
exactly.
or her Digimon, because you know Digimon Tamers have one. So,
Let's run it.
and that's a nice looking beast too, man.
Is
Oh, what is he? He's a magic user too. He's not just a
Yep.
flying rat.
That's why I say it's very clear that he's gonna be special in some way. Let's see.
He might be the Avatar, and that messed me up.
Yep.
She's gonna get a lot of use.
Yes. Yes. He's definitely. She is too.
Look at his eyes. You see that?
This guy is fire. This is a 10 out of 10 design. This yeah. This is just tough.
Everybody looks darker. I'm
Yes.
not saying they look blacker. I'm just saying it's something like
Yep.
they all got tans.
Yes. 100%. Like even looking at this guy.
Look at that. Oh my god. You can tell he's the goofer. He's a
Yes.
goofy guy. He got the toothpick in his mouth, it looks like.
Oh, let's go back.
He's so cold. Look at him. He look like a vampire. He's from Germany. Wait a minute, what was the last main character's name? Lita?
Lita. Do you want to look that up?
Yeah, I'm about to look up her name origin. It is Greek origin.
Okay, so they're keeping it
But
all
his like Dietrich's his is of German.
German.
Is like from Greek, Welsh. And then who else do we have again?
Kai
Kai, Lita, Dietrich, and
and
um
oh,
it was Theodora.
Theodore.
And that's straight from gift. I mean, straight from Greek, which
Yeah.
Theos God and Doran gift, the gift of God.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, and she's a queen, she said.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I see it.
Let's see. I mean, so if we want to take a guess, I think she and Dietrich should come into some form of conflict somehow.
Yeah, but You know me, because this is just a waifu simulator marriage game. I'm going if I have control, man, I'm uniting their kingdoms and getting them married. You know what I'm saying? That brings peace to the realm. Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. They look like a cool couple. They
Yes.
both alphas. They both look like they have intercourse by fighting. So, I'm down for it. I'm all for it.
All right, let's keep it going.
Now, on the scene.
This is still the one. This is the one that's just
Yeah,
like,
looks like a priest. She got a gun. Maybe she comes from the people of what's the people who slither in the darkness or whatever they're
yes,
called
people who sliver in the darkness.
with the gun, bro.
It is this.
Oh,
I think the most telling of why this trailer is fire. I think if you do this for anybody else, the negative response would be high, but all of us are like, this just looks fire.
yeah.
I've never seen like this might be the first time where I think something so out there is so widely accepted of just like we are excited.
But the people who slither in the dark, those who slither in the dark, they was using like nuclear bomb. Their
Yeah.
technology was like
Yep.
conventional technology.
Yep.
For for our time it was conventional, but for their time it was like, like it was cutting edge.
Right.
So but her clothes don't really look like it. She looks like a
No. She just looks like a priest or
And look,
priestess.
you see that little, that's where
She has
she
a gu-
keeps the gun at. You see that little
Yep.
holster thing? That's where she keeps the gun at. So she definitely pulled that out with her right hand.
Yes.
Maybe she has two. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
You let me deny me my feelings. I refuse to
Oh, this just
accept defeat.
Oh, that scene was amazing.
say that again.
That scene right there was amazing.
It is.
Kai hair looks longer right there.
Let's see.
Oh my
Does it
God.
look longer?
Yeah, to me it looks longer, but I could be just eh.
I think he looks the same. Let's.
Oh, he's black. Get him out of here. Oh man, Dietrich is just. Oh man, stop glazing that boy, man.
You know what's funny? This image right here gives me Buster Blado.
It does look like Buster Blader from Yu-Gi-Oh. It it does. Buster Blader. What was his attack point? What was it, like 24? I think
26, I think.
was it 26 and then 12 defense.
Yeah, I think it's something like that.
Buster Blader was cool. I think it
Yes.
was a 6-star summoner.
Yeah.
What am I
No,
looking
that was like 7 or 8, wasn't it?
at? Look, we getting into Yu-Gi-Oh now.
Yeah. I'm just saying that's all my first thing was like when I see this, I'm like, I see the card in my face.
But he got Pegasus hair. He looks like an androgynous warlord.
Yep.
Uh,
Let's see. Let's see.
Final stage.
look at that. Oh my God.
Grant
Look at that.
whatever wish
Relic.
they desire. So say
Having a main character who's a dancer is like forcing me to use a dancer. And I ain't feeling
I
that.
think that's what's cool though, right? Like I think the fact that our the Kai is a equivalent of a Pegasus or Wyvern rider, something like that. We have a Myrmidon, a noble, and a dancer as the four main classes.
Man.
That's
Hey, look,
cool.
go back to that Theodora screenshot. I'm just saying that right there, oh my God. Oh shit. She may be the new Edelgard for me. Oh my God. She look,
This is fire.
hey,
This
if
is
I
a
was in that world, I'm definitely like, yo, whatever you need.
she's fire, man.
She,
Like
I, yo,
this.
I
Do
will
you
go to the
think
egg to the earth for her.
don't am I crazy to say that her crown looks similar to a relic, or at least made out of the similar things that relics are made of?
It doesn't look like a relic to me. It looks like a scale. Like the
Oh,
scale.
like a dragon's.
Yeah, man, I hate saying this about cartoon character, whatever. She is fine. But let's skip it. Let's just keep going.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
say I, the divine sovereign. That's I vow.
Oh, that looks good. That was good.
That is good. And then
What's the release date?
The years were long, weren't they? Have you forgotten me so soon?
Eyeless, man.
I mean
So
that
that right there lets me know, gives me the impression that this is a sequel.
it sounds like a sequel. And I think this is your setup to reveal the avatar if there is one. Because that's the only
Maybe
way
it's
this is.
wireless. I don't know.
I mean, I have wondered if they would do that. Would they do a Byleth again?
I don't think people want to see Byleth again, but shit, people act like they don't want three houses again. But guess what? Suck it up. That's what we getting. and I and I love it.
I mean, it's like I told you the day we first talked about this. I'm glad that we have a game that we're both excited for. Because it's not fun if, as much as I'm excited to eventually get around to engage, it's not fun when the entire fan base isn't galvanizing. So I'm glad we have something to galvanize over.
I mean, let's be real, bro. Are you really excited about playing Engage? Because you talk about Engage life, but you're never you
No, but
you
I've
you're
said
in
this. I've
you're in
said this to you before.
every time.
No, but I've said this to you before, and I think when you hear me say this, I don't think it registers for you. There's a bunch of games I'm excited to play that I haven't gotten to yet. I want to
Mm.
play Tears of the Kingdom. I ain't buy it yet. I want to play, uh, for example, I want to play Kingdom Hearts. I ain't get around to it yet. There's a bunch of games I'm like excited for. I just haven't created the time because my life doesn't,
But
especially for being a guy who loves RPGs, fitting in an RPG into my life takes deliberate work.
but
I
you
have Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth that they just don't fit into my life right now. I've stopped my playthrough of Persona 4 because right now it doesn't fit. I've went and played Spider-Man, I've went and played Psychonauts 2, and they're shorter games because they can fit. That's
but I'm
it.
gonna tell you this: when Fire Emblem comes out, you dropping all that for that. That automatically moves up in your playlist.
There's a so my only response to that, there's a 70% chance I do that. No, because here's the thing. And this is why I say I've noticed this about myself. I get very excited, but I don't get grounded by FOMO as much as I used to. I used to be like, oh, I'm missing out. Think if I get to the game 6 months later, a year later, I ain't mad no more. I got an infinite
I'm
amount of
like that. I'm like that too, but like with this Fire Emblem, I gotta be day one.
this I want to be, but I don't want to overly call it because I've already been in positions where I'm like, oh, I'm going to get it day one. And then for whatever reason, I didn't. So there's a 90%, 70, 90% chance that it is, but who knows? That's the way I always put it. Is like, I need to see what my life looks like because this game. So that I guess leads to my question: when do you
I
think this
like this game.
drops?
That's why I actually like. When do you think it's dropped? But also, I just think that the one fear that I do have with this is that it'll take a lot out of my life.
Yes,
And do I have the time for that? As you know, as academics, we probably
yes.
have the time for that.
That is so. My guess, right? Because they didn't give us. They just gave us 2026. They didn't give us a month, so it's not Q1. It's not Q1 next year.
I think it's fall next year.
I think it's summer.
When the three houses drop.
Did Three Houses drop in like July?
That feels about right.
And I would do the same. This is the kind of game that you drop in at the beginning of summer and let it percolate for the end of the year convos.
Right, three houses came out in July, and let's see when Engage came out. Engage came out
That's April-ish, isn't it?
January.
Yeah. So I think for a game like this, you drop it in July, it's enough distance from whatever the GTA stuff that's gonna just
Oh
warp
my
the industry.
God, GTA is gonna take a lot of my life too.
This is why I say July is the time. If I were because I'm like, Nintendo doesn't have right now, we don't know anything past February.
Whenever it can't drop anywhere near. I don't think it should drop like 6 months. Like anything, nothing should drop 6 months in like the window that you got to drop before GTA got to be like 6 months before, 6 7 months before, 6 7 months afterwards. Because
I, I think you could drop this in the summer though. I do think because here's the way I put it. If you because I think GTA is May 26th, if I have it right. If you're Nintendo, what you need to do is build the Switch 2's fall of next year. And part of it is going to be this Fire Emblem game. And I
yeah,
think
unless they have like another Mario game.
Oh yeah, no. But what I'm saying is like they have to have a big game for next fall. I think this is the lead up to that. I think they, if I were, at least this is the way I see it. It's like right now, the spring is gonna kind of clean up everything from Switch One, right? This is where we're gonna get Rhythm Heaven finally release date, Tomodachi Life, like all that stuff is clean up and wrapping up the bow of Switch One core releases. And I think July is the all right. Now let's start going fully Switch Two. That's the way I see it. And I think you do it because, I mean, we know GTA 6 ain't dropping on the Switch, so you gotta give Nintendo fans something to play.
I mean, just the hardware alone. I
Yeah.
think if the hardware was up to
Oh
snuff,
yeah, no.
they'll,
I think if the hardware up to par, I think they'd consider it.
yeah. Um, I I just don't think. I think. Well, maybe I don't think maybe a lot of Nintendo fans aren't like me. I have a lot of friends who are Nintendo fans who are excited about GTA, but maybe there's some Nintendo people who just
Yeah.
own Nintendo.
I think in general, I think people who have never been interested in GTA will be interested. I generally think, as a person who doesn't really care about Rockstar games or GTA, what that game will do for conversations in real life, people who have never played a GTA will be interested because it's the same thing that just happened with Silk Song. If you build the anticipation high and you at least deliver what most people are expecting, you get to be the talk of the town. So I don't think many Fire Emblem fans are GTA fans, but I think for many folks who might give Fire Emblem a buy, they'll be probably having GTA in their rotation. I think it's on the table.
Yeah, I think with that though, I just think for me personally, when I think about
Yeah,
myself, not anybody else, it's going to be hard for me because I think GTA is going to get a lot of my
yeah,
time on the first one out. So it may be like this for me. I may just get GTA Day One, depending on when they release Fire Emblem,
yeah.
and I won't get Fire Emblem until I'm ready to play it
That's
because
fair.
I put like 300 to 500 hours into Fire Emblem
Yeah,
replays, and the same thing with GTA. And so, I used to do the same thing with Halo,
yeah.
but but
No,
I just think I like that. I like that clips
yep,
in the back is it vinyl.
yep.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
And it's the one with the proper copy with So Be It with the original beat and with the Tyler verse.
But it's not the so be it that I like.
Not part two, not part two.
I love that. That's the superior version. Um, that's the superior version. Not even close. The beat just flows better with the sound of the lyrics. Like
I mean,
I
I
think
like it. Don't get me wrong. So
part
I ain't
one,
mad.
part one swallow like drowns out the lyrics for me. The beat in part one. But look, we that's not a music podcast.
No,
Um, but yeah, though, man, I think it's a sequel.
you think?
I
Yeah.
think if there is. I think. Look, here's my controversial take. I think the protagonist is some version of Byleth, uh, for the simple fact they didn't show you the protagonist, or I mean the avatar. So like in this first trailer,
Oh, here's how I think it goes then. If that's what happens, I think you do the first part of the game with no avatar.
that will work. And then it's
And
time skip. Yeah,
that I think is what you do. I think you do the first part of the game, you run through one or two chapters from each of these characters, and then you introduce the avatar, and then he has to make a choice of allegiance. Maybe that's how this plays out.
you already know who I'm siding with. I'm Theodora all day.
Oh,
Sorry,
you gonna leave your boy Dietrich behind?
he cool, but like she's different. She different. Who you side with?
I'm gonna go Kai. I gotta go Kai.
Hey man, you got a thing for losers. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That's you got a thing for the losers,
I
man.
gotta support the black lead, man. I gotta support the black lead.
It's not black, bro. Theodora is black.
They're both black. But jokes aside, my last I guess not the last thing, but it's like, is there anything else that you're hoping that we obviously haven't shown everything yet? We'll get more trailers and we can talk about it later. But if there's one thing they could bring back from a previous Fire Emblem, what do you want to see? Because I think, honestly, I would sacrifice gambits for pair up mechanics again. because I miss parent mechanics. I enjoy having a one unit that is basically two units you can switch between. But I don't think it makes sense in a world of gambits. But that's what I would like for them to think about bringing back. What about for you? What is a mechanic from a previous Fire Emblem you're hoping that they find a way to integrate?
I was thinking about Awakening, and well, I think weapons need to break again.
Oh yeah, I mean
Um,
they're breaking here.
and I do like maybe it's not a good thing, but like how Awakening they did. I like the time travel type of game. I hate time travel, but I like how they did it in Awakening. So I think that would be something to see that would really connect to see how if it's a sequel or if it's a
Yeah.
multiverse thing with three houses. I like that.
All right. All right. On that note, we'll probably come back when we have some more Fire Emblem news or upon release, maybe, or truthfully, probably 6 months after release to give us both time to actually play it. As Jeremiah highlights, both of us being academics, our schedules are weird with video games. It just doesn't operate normally for most people's lives. But
No, like that, if I'm now we're at the stage I'm at, if I'm playing a lot of games now, I am 9 times out of 10 not writing. And if I'm not writing because I am stressed about something. So that's why I started gaming. I did that with college football last year, and I'm like, this game is not even that good, but I just haven't had a college game for so long.
no, I mean I've been stressed, so that's why I've been playing these short games. Otherwise, I'd be playing Persona 4 Sacred Stones. So.
Zaire started playing Silk Song, but he started playing Persona 4, but I'm like, you can't play Silk Song if you haven't played the first Hollow Knight. So he went back.
Right.
And there's a first boss in Hollow Knight really early in the first level. And I had a headache and he was trying to ask me to beat it. And I was like, no, I'm tired. And then he did it.
All right.
And he just kept going on. But I like Hollow Knight. I just didn't dedicate a lot of time to it. So he's dedicated to beating Hollow Knight.
Nice.
And then before he goes to Silk Song, and then I got him Persona 5 on PS5 for $17. So that
Yeah.
was pretty good. But he's he's playing P4 now. So he's like, I get the P5 when I get to it. So that's where he's at with it now.
That makes sense. On that note, that closes today's episode of Menu Combat. Thank you for jumping on, Jeremiah. Thank you for making time.
No, definitely. Hey, look, I'm the one who kind of like, hey, we need to do this. We need to recap it. I love Fire Emblem, man. I love RPGs. I don't think we're ever going to get another triangle strategy, but I'll be back for triangle strategy too.
Are you gonna
I
get Final Fantasy Tactics?
knew you were going to ask that. Uh, Now, after I called you out for saying, oh, whatever it is, I'm excited to play it,
Okay.
but I don't know when I'm gonna get to it.
That's you see, you get it. It's a question of when. It's always a question of when, man.
But if it was Fire Emblem Tact, I mean Final Fantasy Tactics Advance remake or whatever remaster, I'll definitely get that first because the whole judge system and going to shit, all
Yeah.
that was fun. That was just,
I,
you can't beat that.
there is a day where I want to do a Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced discussion because it is maligned by the hardcore original Tactics fans, but to me, it and Fire Emblem on the GBA altered my entire perception of gaming. Those two
No,
together.
Fire Emblem 7 and Tactics Advance are what got me into
Yeah,
tactical RPGs.
100%.
And that's why one of my favorite genres, and it's actually my favorite type of RPG. Um, what was that one that was like Gears of War? Not Gears of War. I said Gears of War. The other tactical game where it had military units,
Oh, you're talking about Advance
uh,
Wars.
Advanced Wars, Advanced Wars. But I remember Game Informer back in the day giving, I think it was Advanced Wars 2 or 3 or something like that, like a 9.5, something crazy high.
Yeah. I
And I
mean,
played it. I'm like, I'm just not. I suck at it.
I mean, I do think Advance Wars is interesting because you and I would probably not talk about that podcast because it doesn't have many RPG
Not
mechanics.
really RPG. It's just tactical.
It's just tactical. So I think it's interesting. But on that note, we wrap up today's episode. I'm your host of the Wolves Den. Thank you for listening to Menu Combat, the podcast for folks who like to pause and customize their party. You can find me at the Wolves Den 25 on Twitter Instagram and Blue Sky, and you can find Menu Combat at all three places. Jeremiah, do you want to give him any of your socials, or you?
You just find me wherever Wolf
Yeah,
puts me. Where's
yeah,
Blue Sky? I haven't posted on Blue Sky in a while. You find me on Twitter.
yeah,
Uh, I don't have a Facebook. I don't have an Instagram.
yeah,
But yeah, you find me on there. But I don't think my tweets are gonna get those. Yeah, my tweets are gonna be all over the place.
yeah.
But
It's fine.
but like if you follow me and you want to talk more about my shitty opinions on um
On
Advanced Wars
Hillguard.
or Star Fox, by all means.
Yeah.
If you think the game is amazing, it is amazing. I just don't like it, so don't let my opinion shift what you love. I'm just talking because out of ignorance, but I'm gonna stay ignorant because I'm never gonna play Star Fox.
It is funny. I have Star Fox on my list because I've been looking for short games. So I might be getting to Star Fox 64. I beat Assault as a kid. I like Assault, but I'll probably get to 64 soon.
Yeah.
But I like on-rail shooters in general. So, all right, man. Peace.
All right, man. Peace.
Well,